going on? How's everyone doing?
Shout out to Colin. Everybody else who's cool with Colin.
Chunky! I didn't say.
Get your popcorn and your Coca-Cola and relax.
Anyway, tell Colin I'm ready.
What's going on? This is Colin. How's everybody doing? I hope you're having a great day so far. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. End of another work week. Hopefully you guys had a great week and have some great weekend plans. Yeah, you want to watch some court? I want to watch some court. Let's watch some court. All right. I have got a clip from a new court. If you guys watched my video that I released this morning that MGT was nice enough to send, this is another one from that same docket. She sent me both, and this one is a little bit longer, so I decided to hold on to this one for the live tonight, and I played the shorter one this morning. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that one because this one's good. This one might be better than the fake COVID test and, you know, fake cousin, but this one's good. And yeah, you guys ready? I'm ready. Before I hit that play button, you know what to do. Hit the like and subscribe. Do your jump kick backflips. Let's go.
This is Kaylin McCord, so this is docket number 23SR 0466.
Okay, just grab the mic and pull it over. McCord, where are you? Come on up, please. All right, and Ms. McCord, if you'll come on up to the podium. I've already sworn in Assistant Director Rich. If you'll please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right, take your hand down. State your full name for me.
Kaylin McCord.
All right. And Ms. McCord, you're here on 23 SR 466 because your sentence enforcement supervisor has filed paperwork alleging that you are out of compliance with your probation conditions. Do you understand what you're doing here today?
Yes, sir.
All right. So that's for me to sort out. Do you understand that you have the right to have a hearing? That you have the right to have an attorney represent you?
Yes.
And you're here representing yourself?
Yes, sir.
And is that what you want to do?
None of your business. Thank you so much for the super chat. I'm late. Thankfully, Cheshire Cat still has some money left on the catnip card. Thankfully, none of your business. Good to see you. Hopefully you had a great day.
Yes,
What's
sir.
up, JJ's?
All right. All right, you can grab the seat right there. Miss Margaret, if you'll pull the microphone over for her. All right, so what's going to happen is Assistant Director Rich is going to read out what the allegations are, and then I'm going to ask you if you admit or deny. We are here on, I believe, multiple cases. Is that correct? We have this one and 23 SR 1398 and 24 SR 1606?
Yes.
Okay. All right, perfect. All right, so go ahead and read the allegations, please.
All right. The defendant has alleged to violated the terms and conditions in the probation as the following. The defendant failed to complete the community service as directed, having turned in community service hours that could not be verified.
Okay. So in non-legal terms, Ms. McCord, the way that is read in just plain language is false hours. So my question is, did you turn in false hours to the court for your community service work?
No, sir.
Okay, great. There's a denial. We're going to do a contested hearing. What we'll do is I'm going to have Mr. Shepherd, are you running on this?
I can.
Yeah, that'd be great. So, so the state will call witnesses. You can ask questions, and I'll stop at each moment and explain to you what your options are at each moment. And then at the end of this, I will decide what is it. So I have 3 cases. So this one, are the others 365 each?
Yes.
So whatever that math is. Lost my calculator. Anyway, so you have basically 3.5 years left, plus a little bit more. So if I find that you have turned in false hours, I can revoke that many days. Do you understand that?
I understand.
Okay. Do you have any questions for me before we get started?
No, I just want to say, like I said, I didn't turn in any false hours. It was a misunderstanding.
Sure. Well, if that's the case, we'll address that then. And you're right, that is the question I'm here to answer. And so I will answer that question at the end, and I may agree with you. We don't know. So, all right, perfect. Ms. Shepherd, floor is yours.
All right, so we'll call Kylie Rich.
I actually have no idea. I didn't know this court existed till MGT sent it to me yesterday. So, I mean, the flag kind of looks like Texas. If I had to guess, I would say that, but I really don't know. I don't know. I made my icon smaller so we could kind of see a little bit better, but I have no idea.
You already been sworn in, Ms. Rich?
Yes,
Okay, can you state your name?
Kylie Rich.
And how are you employed?
I'm the Chief Deputy Probation Officer at the Senate's Enforcement Office.
All right, and is Ms. Caitlin McCord a probationer?
Yes,
And she's on probation for case number 23 SR 0466,
yes,
and she has 2 other cases also?
correct.
What are those case numbers? Yeah.
Yes, it's a 23 SR 1398 and then 24 SR 1606.
All right, and Ms. Rich, is part of the allegation
Well, there we go. MGT in for the save. Thank you so much. And thank you for the clips, MGT. I do appreciate it.
is that she did not turn in community service hours, but is there a program that they're allowed to convert their community service hours into donations?
Yes, we have the Promise Place donation opportunity.
Okay, and did Ms. McCord attempt to take advantage of that opportunity?
Yes,
All right, and but in doing so, did she turn in a gift card?
yes, she turned in a gift card.
Okay, when did she turn in the gift card?
It was turned into our office, I would assume around September 17th.
Now, is part of that program, is it y'all's procedure to review the gift cards before they're taken to Promise Place?
Yes, I do that monthly myself.
And did you do that in this case?
Yes,
Okay, where was the gift card? What type of gift card is it?
it's a MasterCard gift card,
All right, and what's the amount that was purported to be on the gift card?
$170.
And how do you review a gift card to see if it's valid? What did you do?
So I compared the activation receipt to the physical number that's on the card. At the time to review this specific gift card, I realized the back barcode hadn't been taken off, and so that immediately was, caught my attention because it hadn't been scanned to have money placed on the card.
Okay. So do you actually have the physical gift card?
I do,
All right, you have it with you?
yes.
So we'll call that State's Exhibit 1.
All right. Ms. McCord, do you have any objection to me looking at this gift card as I'm making this decision?
I do want to say that I have been back and forth in Savannah with my dad, helping him.
Okay, time out. You're going to get a chance to say that. So breathe deeply. You're going to get a chance to tell me those things.
Okay,
This is not
yes.
that moment.
So,
Okay, shh. Listen to what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to guide you through this. This moment
Michelle, thank you so much for the super chat. Very generous of you. I appreciate it. Late fake. It's good to see you. Thank you.
is a very narrow question. The state is trying to show me this gift card. I'm required to ask you, are you okay with me seeing this gift card and making my decision? And it's just a yes or a no.
I'm okay with you seeing it, yes,
Okay.
but
All right, so again, you're going to get to say all those things in just a minute. We're just going to do these in very specific orders. So just breathe deeply. All right, so the state's one is tendered and admitted without objection.
Ms. Rich, what we've marked as State's 1 now, is this is the gift card that Ms. McCord turned in that day?
Yes,
Okay. And now the back of that gift card has been torn open. Is that the condition it was in when you received it?
no,
All right, and you actually physically opened that gift card.
yes.
All right, and why did you do that?
So I wanted to check and just to make sure that the card didn't have any money on it, and just to verify the information, and I could actually verify that the card serial number that was on the activation receipt didn't match the serial number that was on the card physically.
Okay. And there is a receipt that's stapled to that gift card. Is that the activation receipt?
Yes,
All right. And the number on that receipt does not match the number on the gift card.
correct, it does not match.
Okay. So typically when you purchase a gift card, what would be the process of them activating a gift card?
Typically you'll get a receipt and then also a separate activation receipt. So both were turned in, both had the same information on it that did not match the physical card that was turned in.
Okay. So that gift card had zero money on it.
Correct.
Did you talk to Ms. McCord before today? Have you talked to Ms. McCord about this issue?
I have not personally, no.
Okay. Do you work with anybody from your probation office that spoke with Ms. McCord?
Yes,
Was she provided an opportunity to bring in the gift card that actually matched that receipt?
yes,
Has she provided that gift card?
not that I'm aware of.
That's all the questions I have for Ms. Rich.
All right, so Mr. McCord, the way this works now is you have the right to ask this witness questions. So remember, the statement is coming. I'm going to let you make your statement in just a little bit. But at this moment, if you want to ask questions to bring out information that you think would be helpful for me to decide the case, you may ask those questions. But again, this is not a time to make a
Jedi, thank you so much. Yep, still works, Cheshire Cat. They're still taking advantage of that card, man. Never given that number out, but Cheshire Cat, I appreciate your generosity. Jedi, thank you, I do appreciate it. And Andy, extra litter for Cheshire Cat for after he got his credit card statements. Thank you so much, Andy. I appreciate it. Also, another special guest just rolled in. I saw an Ironton auditor. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. Hopefully you're well. And while I'm paused, Lizette, hopefully your head gets better soon. Yeah, thank you for hanging out. But yeah, migraines suck. I understand. Iron Auditor, good to see you, my friend.
statement. It's not a statement.
Okay, it's not a statement, but I do want to add something.
All right, so you can ask a question.
It's just pertaining to what he just asked her, because she did tell me that I could bring that gift card, but I'm telling them there's physically nothing I can do. I can go buy another one or do community service hours or go physically buy something else for the post office, but I can't go get a gift card that I'm thinking I already turned in. So as far as the same as that one that matched the receipt, I'm not able to do that. I was offering to go to the post office or wherever and buy a new one.
Okay. I'm going to have you interpret that as a question to the best of your abilities and answer it to the best of your abilities.
Jedi, some jurisdictions allow you to essentially, when you're given community service hours, you can pay them off. So, if you're given 40 hours of community service and, you have money, you can pay that off. Instead of doing community service, you can, maybe $10 an hour. So for $400, you can buy it off. Not every jurisdiction does that. Some do. So this sounds like a court that does. So she bought a gift card and turned it in for her community service hours, but there wasn't any money on the card, I'm guessing is what's going on. So yeah, the court doesn't look too kindly on that. That's what I think is going on.
It would just have been, we would decline that and request the physical gift card that was turned in, the one that matched. That was the only thing that we were able to accept.
And I don't see how that was possible.
All right, you may ask another question, ma'am.
And how would that be possible if, once again, like I said, if I turn in what my cousin bought that from the post.
Yeah, I mean, yes, but I think it's more to humble the person that's doing it. It could change your perspective on the community. You essentially, the victim is a lot of cases is the community, right? So you humble yourself, you get to know the community, and hopefully change your perspective, learn about yourself, and to help other people. Yeah, there's a lot of reasons for it. Yeah, I don't agree with buying off community service hours, and I'm not saying that's exactly what's going on here. It just sounds like it. But I've heard other courts say that, where you can buy off your community service hours for X dollar for each hour. Yeah, that's where we're at.
Office for me and gave it to me to turn in. So I was out of town when that was bought. I got to town, he gave me that. So when I went to the post office and dropped it off, when I went to the probation office and dropped it off, that was that. He handled everything else for me because
I think that's what she paid with. Maybe they specifically asked for a gift card because the person she gave it to had all the processes. Like she understood how to like check it and everything. So maybe that's just how they accept money is through a gift card. It doesn't make sense why they would do that, or maybe that's just a possibility. I don't know. Maybe that they don't take checks and they don't want you to cancel a credit card statement, but then you can just do a cashier's check. I don't know. Don't ask me questions I don't know answers to.
wasn't in town. So with that being said, what else am I to do if I'm thinking I'm turning in a card to you that I was gave from him after sending my money on cash out to him? The only thing past that point I physically can do as a human is go buy another one. And I'm offering to do that, and that's not enough.
Okay, so again, you're going to interpret that as a question and you're going to answer it to the best of your abilities.
We just needed the receipt that was turned in. We were requesting that gift card. That's what we were requesting of you.
It's pretty self-explanatory.
Do you have any other questions that you want to ask?
I mean, no, I'll just wait and make my statement because it's pretty self-explanatory. It's only so much I could have did.
Okay. All right. So, Mr. Shepherd, any additional questions for this witness?
No, sir.
All right. You may step down. Mr. Shepherd, you may call your next witness.
That's all. Do you have anything more? Did you cover that? Okay. That's all the witnesses we have to.
Okay. So, Ms. McCord, this is, the state has given me all that they're going to give me.
Yeah, I've done that before. I got 8 hours of community service for missing jury duty. So, yeah, I did the same thing. I picked up trash on the side of the road for a day, and yeah, I don't really need to say anything else. There were people with me, on in the same group that had to do hundreds of hours, and they're sitting there planning their lives around community service, and I was like, geez, I got one day, right?
On this case, which means that now, remember I said that you would be allowed to make a statement if you wanted to. I need to be very careful and say that you're not obligated to make a statement. You have the right to remain silent, and if you choose to remain silent, I will not hold that silence against you. Do you understand that if you wanted to remain silent, you could?
Yes, I just wanted to say my side.
Okay, so grab that mic if you're going to make a statement. So I'm going to find that I've advised you of your rights. You've chosen to make a statement. Go ahead and tell me what you want.
Am I in any trouble?
I mean, we are having a revocation hearing. I mean, you're not in any trouble at this moment, but this is a revocation hearing for me to decide whether or not to revoke your probation. And as I told
Okay.
you, there's 2.5, I said 3.5 earlier, but I think it's 2.5 years.
Yes, sir. Okay, I'm sorry, can I just speak, please?
Yes.
No, I don't have street cred. I missed jury duty. This is, I don't know, 7, 8 years ago. I missed it. I didn't see the little postcard I got, and I missed it. And then the court summons I got for missing it was like this giant envelope. So I didn't miss that one. And then I went in, and yeah, I had 30 days to do 8 hours of community service. So I did the very next day, just knocked it out. But I picked up trash for 8 hours. I tell you what, walking down the highway on the you don't realize how much of a curve there is from the highway down, the drainage runoff. Like my ankles were messed up for like a week. Anyways, that's enough about that.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, so like I said, I just got on my probation this year. So, and like I said, I was behind. I just started working. I barely have help with my kids. So I've been working. You can ask my she's not in here, but my probation officer, Oliver. I've been making payments. I just took her over a $300 payment. With that being said, I was a little bit behind on community service. So she told me that I could come to court on the 29th. And I agreed. I told her, okay, that's no problem. I'll come to court to see what we can do. She said, you're not in any trouble. It's only your first violation. So I told her, okay, that's no problem. So before my court date, I was calling her, asking her, hey, what can I do to cancel this court date? She was telling me, you can bring in the community service hours, which is 17 hours. So, and the payment. So I sent my cousin. I wasn't here at the time. I've been in between helping my daddy. He's been doing dialysis, so I'm the only person who can help him. So with that being said, with me in between the two, helping my dad, watching my autistic kids, because I'm all they got. And on top of that, like I said, she told me I could bring in all that and kill the court date. So I brought her all that. I got my cousin to pick up everything. When I did get to town, I met him, got it, and went to the probation office. I dropped everything off. I called her. I got my phone logs. I called her over 10 times just to make sure that I was in the clear, just to make sure I'm on track. She told me, okay, everything in the clear. So the next day, I'm not thinking nothing. It was supposed to be the court date. It was canceled. I called it and made sure again. After the fact, I received a letter in the mail, not even a day or two later. It said, come back to court today, which I'm here, I'm trying. It said due to unable to verify. When I seen that, I called her back and seen what was really going on. She said it was something with the gift card. Like I said, I sent my money over the phone to somebody else to go get this gift card and money order for me. I know it's not always the smartest thing to do, but I had to do what I had to do. So with that being said, I sent my money. I'm like, okay.
Phil, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it, my friend. Oh, disappeared. Hold on. Weekend catnip fun for Cheshire Cat. Man, Cheshire Cat. You're is, you know what? Is he even here tonight? Have I seen his name pop up? Probably. Sorry, I'm scrolling back to see if he's here. I don't. Oh, there he is. I knew I saw his name. Anyways, let's keep going. I had something else to say to Cheshire, and I don't remember what it was. I don't remember. I spent all my pause time looking to see if he was here, and I know you. I was gonna say like I'm pretty sure I saw your name, but when I shout somebody out, I like to scroll real quick just to confirm because I like to confirm. You know, I'm that kind of person. But yeah, I didn't see your name right away. Anyways, let's just go. Let's go. Cheshire Cat, good to see you. Everyone, thank you so much for the super chats.
Please just get this for me while the post office is open. I'm not sure when they close in Griffin, but I'm on the way. I'm trying everything I can. So I get that done. Get that done. I take it there, and like I said, then that's when I received the letter in the mail. But by the time I received the letter in the mail, I called back again and even asking to speak with Miss Matthews, the manager. And the reason I did that because it's a big misunderstanding. And I went to tell Miss Oliver like, hey, I don't know what happened. I sent somebody my money to purchase this stuff for me. I got my receipts. I keep track of all that stuff. I said, can I please, I'll bring a replacement. Somebody who was doing wrong wouldn't even be trying to do that much. I told her I can bring a replacement. I can do community service for all my next time, the free time that I got. I'm just trying to stay on track. So with that being said, that's when I was told it has to be that same gift card. And I'm telling them, like, I turned in what I was given from my cousin, but that's the most I physically can do. I offered to go buy another one from the post office, from the dollar store, wherever I need to. If that's what I had to do or could have did before coming in today, I would have. But they're telling me no. I don't want to waste my money, but I do want to get back on track.
Okay. All right. Let me repeat back to you what I've just heard to make certain that you know that I heard you, which is that you got behind on your fines and fees and your community service work. That is correct. That matches my docket. And that you were scheduled originally for a hearing on September 18th. And just like normal, you do what? No, that's
No,
right.
I'm sorry. I was scheduled for the 29th.
Okay. Got moved to the 29th. That's fine. So,
Sparkle Potes, thank you so much for the super chat. Catnip, huge plant for Cheshire Cat. Thank you, Sparkle Potes.
so you're scheduled for a hearing in September. We do let folks who are with those minor issues try to resolve them to get off the calendar. You turn that in, they removed you from the calendar. And then you're saying that the one you turned in, that they've been talking about, and where is it? Is it
Yes, I turned it in with a money order.
this one here that I'm holding up? This is State's Exhibit 1. And you're saying that this was from your cousin, and when you turned it in, you didn't know that it was no good.
No, sir, I didn't. Because, like I said, I had them pick that up for me before I got to town. Like I said, I didn't want to let them close before I even got there because, I mean, that was the most I had to turn in. I knew she said donations and include a gift card, so I told him to stop by and grab that with the money order.
Okay. Did I repeat back to you accurately what you've just testified to?
Yes.
Did I miss anything that you wanted me to pay attention to that I didn't repeat back to you?
I mean, nothing other than the fact that, like I said, before coming in today, I did offer multiple times to replace these community service hours with another gift card or whatever I needed to do. And with that being said, I'm still am and was willing to fix this issue before coming in today. It's just a big misunderstanding.
Did you bring a replacement card with you?
I got cash on me, and I am willing to pay it today if I have to, whenever. I mean, I'm just trying to, like I said, stay out of trouble because I got a lot going on, helping my dad, being there for my kids, no family, no help. I got a lot going on, so.
Okay. All right, anything else? All right, Mr. Shepard's going to ask you some questions. You need to answer those questions.
So, Ms. McCord, you chose to convert your community service hours into buying gift cards, right?
All right, real quick. Before the prosecutor goes, Jedi, laid before Alex Duncan, courtesy of Cheshire. I mean, Cheshire's just been generous. Thank you so much, Jedi. And Alex, good to see you.
Yes.
And you know it's your responsibility to turn in those gift cards.
Yes.
Right. So you admitted that this is on you to make sure that those gift cards are good.
I turned it in, but I can't lie. I didn't make sure it was good because I was moving so fast in between getting it from him and turning it into Sparta County Sentence Enforcement that I didn't stop and look or check myself.
So you said your cousin bought it from the post office?
Yes, sir.
And you know you can buy gift cards at lots of places, right?
I'm not really too familiar with the process of gift cards. My first time getting them is for probation.
You ever walked into like a CVS pharmacy before?
No, sir.
You ever been into a Walgreens pharmacy before?
I've been in there, but I mean,
You ever been in a Walmart before?
I have.
You seen all those kiosks that have piles of gift cards on them before?
I see them, but I'm not familiar with the process.
But you know you can buy them in places other than the post office.
Yes.
So you could have gone and bought it yourself.
I can't go to Walmart, sir.
You can't go to Walmart
I'm sorry, I can't. But
because you got a shoplifting charge from Walmart.
and also, may I throw in that the day of that I was coming to make the payment, that I had him pick it up, I was leaving from close to Savannah with my dad, and that was the same exact day of his dialysis appointment.
I don't have any questions.
Okay. Anything else you want me to know, ma'am?
And I just, once again, I also want to add, if I need to get a replacement or can like do something to replace this, I'm still willing to. For the past week, that's what I've been calling, letting them know, like, hey, replacement gift card, replacement donations, whether it be book bags, folders, pampered, just whatever I can do to get back on track. Because like I told Miss Oliver, if she was here, she could tell you that I've been trying. I've been bringing payments. I just started a job, and like
All right, I'm going to tell you this. If I were in her shoes and I got busted trying to turn in a gift card that wasn't good, and all of a sudden there's a court hearing, hey, that's, I don't know, this is a revocation hearing. I would have made sure I brought a $175 gift card that was good to this hearing. It's like, hey, it was a mistake. You can make up whatever story you want, but here it is. Something. You got to, yeah, I wouldn't come there and say I can. Like, yeah, that time's passed.
I said, it's already hard with having to find a babysitter, helping my father, because he was helping me before he was in this situation, and I'm just in there helping myself.
Okay. All right. Anything else, Ms. McCord?
That's it.
All right. Any additional questions, Ms. Shepard?
No, sir.
All right. Ms. McCord, do you have any witnesses that you wish to call for testimony, or is it just your testimony today? In other words, do you have anything else you want me to hear?
No, I don't.
All right. Assistant Director.
Oh, where's your cousin? Why isn't your cousin there? Tell the court what he did. Oh, that's right, because we don't believe your story. I forgot about that part.
Rich, tell me again what I heard you say y'all offered her some sort of remediation options before this. Did I hear that right?
Yes.
And what did y'all offer again?
We just offered her to bring back that exact gift card that she originally turned in with the $170 balance.
Okay, so this one here that matches this very long serial number on the face of this card?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. All right, I just want to make certain I understood what y'all offered correctly. All right, I asked a question, so that just opens it back up. Do you want to Assistant Director Rich, any other questions?
Can I just ask, like, is there like a way that I can replace that, or whether it be with, like I said, any type of donation? It doesn't even have to be gift card. Whether it be like anything else on the list, school supply, pamper, just like I said, because I'm trying. And if my probation officer was here, she'll be able to tell you herself that I've been bringing in stuff, bringing in payments, been trying my best, asking her questions, trying to see what I can do. And not even like my second, third time reporting, that's when I started my job, and let her know, like, hey, I'm getting on track. Just trust me and give me a little time. I'm going to keep everything up to date. And she been telling me, like, hey, just do what you need to do. And I'll make sure that I can get you, make sure that you're good. And that's what I've been trying to do.
All right, you could interpret that as a question if you wish.
Again, no, the only options we had was for you to turn in the original gift card.
Okay, but
And I'm going to acknowledge that what you're saying about your efforts prior to this event match what I'm looking at up here. So I'm acknowledging that it was clear before this happened that you were putting some effort in.
And
I'm just
that's-
acknowledging that too.
Okay, and I appreciate that, but I'm like, as they're just like any other human in this room. If you are in a situation like this and they're telling you, hey, turn in this exact gift card, I don't know what happened between me cash apping my money and what I received, but it's seeming like it's not matching. But if it's not, then what more is somebody to do except replace it? I can't go, I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, like I speak to my cousin maybe twice a month, 3 times a month. It's not very often I even talk to him. So I I was just moving fast, thinking fast, trying to get my business handled. Cause like I said, I do have a lot going on. But what is a human to do? I can't make a gift card that says this is that number just because that's what y'all received, just because that's what I received from my cousin. I can replace it. I can buy another one with a new number. I can go add up $50 worth of Pampers and wipes and come take 170, not 50, but 170, whatever the price is, and bring it to y'all. I have cash today. I can go get anything that's needed to kill this. It's not much. It's very minor, and clearly I'm trying.
Okay. Anything else you want me to know?
That's it.
Okay. All right, Mr. Shepherd, any rebuttal?
Judge, this is just especially bad. This is worse than fake community service hours, because what would have, if Ms. Rich had not checked this, it just sent it on the promised place, what would have happened is some mother would have been in line at Walmart with $170 worth of groceries and diapers and got to the register, and there would have been nothing on this card. And that's why this is so bad. This is worse than faking community service hours, because that's what the end result of this would have been, because Ms. McCord, who chose to do this instead of doing community service hours, she chose this, took on this responsibility, and she turned in a gift card that had no money on it. To get that gift card there, you don't, if you go to the checkout at the store with that gift card, they're gonna remove the back and scan it. So, I mean, I can't prove that gift card was stolen, but how else would somebody have got that gift card? They bought one, a legitimate one they put money on, but they had that one so they kept the one with money on it, Ms. McCord did, because it's her responsibility, kept the one that actually had money on it and turns in one that had no money on it. So
Alex, she was sentenced to community service hours, but this jurisdiction has a program where you can turn in a gift card to squash some of your hours. So she turned in a gift card with no money on it, and her community service hours were taken away. Then they found out it had no money, and now this is a revocation hearing for her probation. That's pretty much what's going on.
the likely scenario is you go to the register with 2 of those, don't put the money on the one, put the other one in your pocket, and then attach that receipt to it, turn it in, so you kept your $170. That's what happened.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Shepherd. All right, Ms. McCord, last words before I make a decision.
Okay, Judge, may I please speak on what he just had to say?
Yes.
Okay, for one, I want to say that's not true. I'm like, despite of all this going on, I'm a good person at heart. It would not turn in nothing fake or false or none of that. I truly was just trying to handle my business. With that being said, it's my responsibility to get it turned in, but it's not my responsibility to know about gift cards. I don't deal with this on a regular basis, sir. I truly don't. I don't know ripping off the bag. This is my I don't I truly don't know. I know I still got everything with me. I brought everything with me. When my cousin brought me my gift card, he still gave me the receipt and everything. I still got everything right here. So with that being said,
Okay.
it was nothing. No, can I just finish my
Evidence
sentence?
closed. No, I'm sorry. I was waving Miss Margaret off because the evidence is closed. This is closing argument. So I was going to tell Miss Margaret that
Oh.
I don't need to see any of those items because the evidence is closed.
No, I'm sorry.
That's
Yeah,
all.
no,
I was just giving some general
it's okay.
directions to
No,
Miss Margaret.
I was just mentioning that I had it, and also, I mean, like I said, I didn't keep anything because after they told me this, I had to literally dispute my card that I paid with because clearly something went wrong. I don't know if I got tricked myself because what it seemed is it's trying to make it seem like I just stole a gift card or did this and that. I haven't stole anything. I haven't done anything. I tried to handle my business, but the most I can do now is give what I have. I got cash. I can get a gift card. I can pay all this off. Donate. I can even go physically do 17 community service hours. It's no type of me trying to do anything. Cause if that was the case, then guess what? I would have something myself. I gave literally bought everything. I bought that gift card with my last the money order and gift card with my last five something, almost $600 because I had turned in a $300 payment. So with that being said, I'm clearly trying. I'm clearly trying, and like I said, me like anything getting.
Didn't the prosecutor say, not maybe the probation officer said, you need to bring in the gift card that actually matches the receipt? That I think the prosecutor nailed it when he said, you know, you had one card that you activated and you put in your pocket and you turned in the other one. 'Cause I feel like they said something about the numbers didn't match earlier. Maybe I'm misremembering, but I think that's what they said. Sly, activating your gift card with Cheshire Cat's card. Thank you so much, Sly. I appreciate it. You guys are awesome.
Revolt and me having to do anything, that's not gonna help 17 hours. That's not gonna like give me a chance to get everything back in order. Like I'm physically trying and like I said, I feel like no matter what y'all feel, at the end of the day, that's on me because I gotta reach out to my family member and figure out what happened. I gotta reach out to my probation officer to figure out what happened. I gotta reach out to my bank and figure out what's going on because if he's saying he bought a gift card, but my probation is telling me it's not active, then that charge is not finna be still be taken from me. That's not fair to me because at the end of the day, am working to earn my money. So just
Anything else before I make my decision?
yeah, I don't. That's it. Just please hear me out. I'm trying, but I can't try if I'm in a messed up situation.
Okay. In these hearings like this, I'm being very careful to ask you what you want because as soon as I start talking, I don't want you to interrupt me to disagree with what I say or to try to correct me because what I'm about to say is my opinion on what I've seen. So do you understand that as soon as I start talking, do not interrupt me because I'm not asking for your opinion on this point. I'm telling you what I've decided. Do you understand that?
I understand.
Okay, because in a lot of these hearings, when I start doing this, somebody interrupts me to try to tell me how I'm wrong. And I'm just saying, I don't want to do that in this hearing. I'm trying to do this hearing a little bit differently so that you don't jump in and then I have to chirp at you. Fair enough?
Yeah. Can I ask a question after you talk?
No. That's why I'm giving you all the time you need right now.
Okay, well,
to say what you need to say, and then I'm gonna give my decision.
Okay, well, can I ask you a question?
You may ask me a question.
So, like, am I in any trouble? Like, I'm just trying to figure out how I don't know how none of this works.
Well, I started out this hearing by telling you that this is a probation revocation hearing across 3 cases and that your maximum exposure that I could revoke was 2.5 years.
And I'm not trying to get
So,
nothing revoked. So I'm trying.
You asked me what your exposure
sorry.
was, and I answered that question.
Okay, sorry.
So I'm just pointing out that I told you at the beginning what the risk was, And I'm telling you now what the answer to your question is. You may not like that answer, but that is the answer. And I've been very clear in this hearing what it is. Do you have any other questions for me?
No, sir, I don't.
Okay. Then I'm going to do my part now. Okay. All right. We have had a revocation hearing and the evidence is closed in
All right. I don't say this enough anymore, but it's about to go down.
23 SR 0466, which has 195 days remaining. We also have on the table 23 SR 1398, which is consecutive theft by taking. That has 365 days. We also have consecutive 24 SR 1606, which is false report of a crime, which I find is relevant to this issue, which also has 365 days in it. So I have 365, 365, and 195 across all three cases. Assistant Director Rich, am I mistaken on any of that?
We only have a revocation for the first case, 23 SR 0466. So I was incorrect earlier. She does have those extra cases, but we only file for the first case.
Okay. I want you to file petitions on the other two cases immediately and schedule them for hearings. The evidence today will be considered as evidence in those two cases, and I will make independent decisions on those two cases on that date. Okay, then here we are on 23 SR 466. Ms. McCord, you need to know that when Director Matthews pitched this plan to me to support the Promise Place, which has relationships with every court in the Spalding County system to assist victims of domestic violence who are seeking escape from the cycle of abuse, you should know that I initially said no. The idea of utilizing funds and items to offset community service work scared me, because this is the scenario that kept me up at night. And Mr. Shepard articulated it exactly what I was up here thinking. Two things happen. Number one, someone turns in something that they should not, and I don't care if they're doing it on purpose or by accident, it's their responsibility to do it accurately. We pass it along and give them credit, and then some mom who is living in the Promise Place takes it to Walmart, tries to buy groceries, and finds out that they cannot buy those groceries, or the Promise Place can't use it. And suddenly we've got to backtrack this thing all the way through, when in reality, I could have just ordered that you do the community service work of 17 hours. So I'm just letting you know that you have literally stepped into the scenario that has kept me up at night since the start of this program, and why I have been dragged kicking and screaming into this program going, I don't know, I'm not sure. Because somebody eventually was going to do this, and then they were going to come in and they were going to sit in your seat and go, I didn't know. How was I supposed to know? Because that's always how these hearings go. I didn't know. How was I supposed to know? How was I supposed to know how this was supposed to work? Like literally everything you said today was everything I've been expecting to hear at this hearing with somebody in that seat for that. And that's the scenario, because either I extend you grace and then anyone can turn in whatever they want, and they can turn it in and go, I didn't know, I wasn't sure, I didn't understand. And I'm supposed to go, oh, okay, all is forgiven. But now I've got a mess. I've got an unpurchased gift card. I've got Promise Place getting credit for stuff that giving us credit for stuff they don't have. And so I just need you to know that whether you like it or not, you are 100% responsible for everything you do while you're on probation. And this whole thing of like, you don't understand how gift cards work, there are gift card kiosks in every single conceivable store in America. Everywhere I go, There are gift card kiosks in every gas station, in every grocery store. So this idea that you sent money to your cousin who bought this, who then gave this to you, who gave you this number, who you didn't check, is utterly meritless to me. You were responsible for what you did. You were responsible for turning in a false gift card. False. And I need to point out that one of your charges you plead to was giving a false statement for number one, obstructing law enforcement officer, number two, stealing, and number three, making a false statement to law enforcement officers and ending up with a false statement charge. And so I'm just saying, like, I find nothing of what you said as credible. I find that if I do not respond in the strongest possible terms in this moment, that there will be no repercussions and no one, do not raise your hand at me. I made it very clear that when I started talking, I did not want your opinion on what I was about to say, and I do not want your opinion right now on what I'm about to say. If I had all three cases in front of me right now, I would revoke 2.5 years. If you had 7 years left, I would revoke all 7 years and I would never look back. And I need you to hear me say that because you are responsible for your decisions. You are responsible for your actions. And you need to slow down and pay attention because this is exactly what made me almost cancel the program. And the Promise Place relies heavily on this program. It's part of what they need from us to operate. And you are kicking the foundation of this program out by not doing what you're supposed to do. We send hundreds of things over to them every month. And every month I wait for you to surface. And that's the thing that scares me. I'm revoking every bit of what I have available to me, which is 195 days. I'm directing sentence enforcement to file petitions on the other two. Do not interrupt me. I'm directing sentence enforcement to file petitions. The evidence given in this case will be converted into a transcript. You may take her into custody, Cersei. The evidence in this case will be used in that one, and we will have a whole nother hearing on that one utilizing this, and we're going from there. I'm giving back your exhibit. Please keep that. We'll need it at the next hearing. Ms. McCord, I gave you every opportunity to convince me otherwise. No, stop. I gave you every opportunity to convince me otherwise. I asked you repeatedly, did you have anything else to add? And then I told you before I did my ruling that when I started talking, you were not going to have a say. And you asked me, would you be able to ask a question after I finished? And I said no. So no. Cersei, take her out, please. Thank you. All right. All right. Let's take a 5-minute break. Everybody get the cortisol out of your systems, and then we're going to hear the next case.
5-minute break. Damn, 195 days on just that charge. But he did say that he wants the prosecutor to file the other two cases as well, which have a year on them. That seems steep. That seems steep. I mean, I understand everything he said, but anyways, I'm gonna move on. We're gonna move on. That seems like a lot of time for $170, but I understand his frustration. Anyways, let's move on. I got one more case to play tonight. We are moving down to Texas, and we've got a landlord-tenant case. It's a weird one. That's all I'm gonna say. It's weird. It's weird. We've got someone who has a guardian and doesn't like the fact they have a guardian. It's kind of funny. It's kind of sad, but it's very interesting. Okay, let's go.
Is Cove San Antonio multifamily versus Teresa Stevens.
Deontay Jackson present for Cove, Your Honor. I believe the tenant may be in the courtroom.
You're Miss Jackson?
I am, Your Honor.
Where, let me see, where am I? Where are you? Okay, yeah, Miss Jackson?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you have this.
Oh, I understand, Wixom. I understand fully what happened in that case. It just seems like a huge leap from, slap on the wrist. I don't know. I'm used to courts giving people like 3 days in jail. What does Kansas call them? Quick dips? When not allowed to have contact with the victim and you call them and you spend 3 days in jail. That to me is a lot more serious. She did a lot of things. The theft, committing a false crime, made a false statement. Like, yeah, no, I get it. I totally get it. I'm going to stop talking because I feel like I'm just talking in circles. I think you guys understand what I'm saying. I do. I think you guys understand what I'm saying. I'm not saying that, you know what, let's just go. I'm done.
Right?
I do.
All right, Miss Stevens, you may sit right there. Both of you, yeah. They're present. All right, Miss Jackson, you may proceed.
Yes, Your Honor. We're here for possession, pass-through rent, and attorney's fees. The monthly rental amount is $900. The tenant has not paid any rent since March 1st of 2025. For March through September, the amount owed is $6,300. The prorated amount for October is $87.09. Total amount due is $6,387.09. Attorney's fees in this matter, Your Honor, are $875. And then we are seeking possession. The 3-day notice was posted on the door on September 10th at 11:20 p.m. We also attempted priority and certified mail on the same day, but those failed to deliver.
All right.
I didn't get no notice on the door.
So, Miss
I have
Stevens.
proof of the posting and I can share it with the court.
All right, real quick. I kind of skipped right over introducing what's going on here. So I did say that the tenant has a guardian. So the lady that you're hearing talk at the bottom, she's the attorney for the landlord. The tenant and the guardian are actually in the top left. This court, the way they do their cameras is really hard to see. They're really tiny, but they are in the top left. They're actually physically in court. So the older lady with the raspy voice is the tenant, and then you'll hear the other one talk in a second.
As well.
All right, Miss Stevens, is your rent $900?
It's $920.
So,
A contract in Denver.
so I'm.
They're giving
her
false
guardian.
information.
Okay, hold on. I can't have both of you talking. So I'll hear from you.
I'm a competent 70-year-old. I don't need her speaking for me. This is my daughter.
Okay, all right. Well,
With all due respect,
I wasn't trying to offend you.
I'm not no little child. Please give me my due.
So I'm her guardian.
I don't need a guardian.
Her rent was supposed to be prorated. We've been trying to get a hold of the Endeavors people. That way we can find out whether she.
All right, hold on. All right, did you bring any paperwork that supports your position that you're her guardian?
Yes.
Let me see it.
I don't need no guardian. I'm not married.
Well, I understand.
No, you don't understand. You don't know what I'm going through. If you only knew. I'm a preacher. I don't have no reason to lie. I'm not no child. I'm not on drugs. I'm a preacher of 64 years. Need no guardian. You want a guardian? I'm trying to see you. You want me? And court out. With all due respect. I'm a preacher. I don't have no reason to lie. I don't need no guardian. She want a guardian. Some guardian. I'm on drugs. I'm not on drugs. Enjoy the church. That's right enough.
All right, okay. So.
Am I going to jail?
No, you're not. No, I don't.
I can't pay the rent. I live off $1,000.
send people to jail out of this court. All right, so we'll get there. All right, so I'll hear from you.
So, I've been trying to get a hold of someone from the Endeavors program to find out whether she's been paying her rent or not. When she first got there, I went and talked to someone, presented them with the letter. That way the communication would be through me. Or that person refused to accept the award letter. So I have been trying to get in touch with someone else. So I'm not sure whether, like, what's been going on, but I know that her rent was supposed to be prorated. They were supposed to pay 70%. She was supposed to pay the remaining 30%. But with me trying to find out through her, like, what's going on, I get
Well, when did
nowhere.
you find out about this?
She didn't know her.
She just told my sister Wednesday, which is right here.
It's none of your
I just
business.
found
I'm a
out.
grown woman. What I need
And
you
I
for?
asked her yesterday, why didn't she tell me when she received
I have
the
to tell
notice?
you, I'm not your mother.
So
I'm showing
this
you
is,
through Jesus Christ. I'm a preacher. I'm not on drugs. I don't do nothing.
No, I've never said anything
No,
about
but this
any of
is
that.
wrong. This is violation of my rights. I have rights as a citizen. I have rights as a preacher. With all due respect, nobody giving my due. Guns coming out on me. I just got a gun pulled over me.
control over her money. I'm trying to do the process so I'm able to do that.
Who
That way
is
I can
Who is
make
she?
sure her stuff is being paid.
I'm confident. I don't need you.
Where's Cove? Where's Cove?
I'm here, Your Honor.
All right, what do you want to do with this? You want to pass it for a week or two? I've got someone who's presented me letters of guardianship of the person of a Miss Stevens.
I don't need no
So this is the first we're hearing about the letters of guardianship. Ms. Stevens has been interacting with Cove consistently. Again, we had no knowledge of this. Her rent per the lease we submitted to the court is $900 a month.
It's not. It's
Endeavors was
920.
involved until
That's
December
perjury.
of
You
last
are not
year, and then they terminated their assistance, their portion in December of last year. So since January, she's been responsible for the full amount of rent, Your Honor.
She was on subsidized housing?
She was on Endeavors. Yeah, Endeavors. So
it's 920. It's not 900. Get your information correct. But all due respect
I'm
to
simply
you,
relying on the lease you
you
executed.
lying. Go eat a taco.
All right, okay.
I'm a preacher.
All right, at this point in time, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grant possession of the premises generally for the past due rent in the amount of 638709. Let execution issue. All right, so here you go. This is not a court of record. You have an absolute right to appeal the court's decision. And I'm gonna avail myself of the services of the city of San Antonio. They're right next door. They can provide you with some rental relocation information and assistance. Okay?
When do I need to evacuate today? Do I need to leave the apartment today?
No, ma'am, you have 5 days, but I would visit with the landlord to see about.
I ain't visiting with no
additional
landlord.
time.
She lying. My rent is 920. Tell her go eat a taco. Thank you, honey. Have a nice day. I will. I'm a preacher.
Yeah, I think she kept saying go eat a taco. I do think that that's actually what she's saying, which is kind of crazy. That's how to say you're racist without saying you're racist. Is that what she meant? I guess I should ask. Anyways, that's it. That's all I got. I guess we're gonna end on that. But I tell you what, now I want a taco. Tacos are delicious. That's not. Why do you threaten someone with a good time? I mean, that seems like just something everyone should do. Let's all go eat a taco. That's all I got. You guys have been awesome. Thank you so much for watching tonight. Thank you for the super chats. And as always, Cheshire Cat, you're awesome. Thank you for allowing us to use your credit card again. And Mods, thank you so much for hanging out and taking care of the chat for me. As always, I appreciate it. I have us set up to raid Katie Zed tonight. So it's Booze and Body Cam. And yeah, I think the last time I raided one of them, it was KFAR. So we're going to do Katie Zed tonight. So I'm going to go see if I can't make some tacos, and then I'm going to call it a night. Tomorrow night is Saturday, so I will be taking tomorrow night off. I will be putting out a video, maybe 2 tomorrow afternoon. but I will not be back until Sunday night for our live stream. So have a great weekend. Don't do anything dumb. If you do, make sure you tell me what chord it's in so we can all make fun of you. I'm just kidding. Don't do anything dumb. You don't want to end up on my channel. But go tell Katie Z I said hello, and I will see you all Sunday. That's it. That's all I got. Until next time, bye.
I mean, she was a garden seven Tennessee. That's always constantly.
Good luck to you.
Your Honor,
All right, yes, ma'am?
may I be dismissed?
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Indian.